Hey, what's up? This is Brian Pfeiffer, the owner of VegasVIPServices.com. And I'm standing today, guys, in front of Encore Beach Club. All right, Encore Beach Club, you see the hotel there. And Encore Beach Club is one of the more popular pool parties in Las Vegas. We're right here on the Strip. You can see the Resorts World right there. This is Las Vegas Boulevard. I'm filming right here on the edge of the street here. Trying not to get too much crowd noise in there, or car noise, if you will. But this place is really popular, and it's always a poppin' pool party every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can expect a nice crowd in here. And how do you get into this place? Well, there's a few different options. You can get on the guest list. You can go to my link below, click on that, and that'll get you on the guest list. My guy Carlos will reach out to you. Generally, that's a pretty good option for Fridays and Sundays. If you got even ratio, you can usually get it for free. Saturdays are usually a cost for the guys, and then there's quite a bit of a wait, especially if they have like the chain smokers, Marshmallow, or Diplo here, one of their big hitters on a Friday, on a Saturday. Then you're probably going to need to consider maybe buying tickets to get in quickly. Now, the guest list it's a viable option if you come early, like maybe 11:30, but later in the day, you can expect a pretty long line, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, if you want to get, VIP treatment, you might want to consider getting bottle service, and that's what this video is going to be about, okay? I'm a VIP host. I book bottle service over here, and I'm happy to assist you with your Encore Beach. This video is going to be all about the sections and the different options for you guys, and if you want to come out here and get some bottle service at Encore, make sure you hit me up, okay? So let's talk about getting into this place as far as the bottle service customers goes. There is a separate line, but there is like a pen, they call it, kind of in front of the area. If there is a line and you want to skip the line, you got to tip $100 to get into the pen, and that gets you in a little bit quicker. Okay, so keep that in mind on a Saturday. If there's a line, you might want to consider tipping. Sometimes on a Friday or sometimes on a Sunday, there might be a line, but it's usually not too bad. All right. So then once you get past the line, then there's going to be a security checkpoint. All right, the security checkpoint here is the most stringent pool party security in all Las Vegas, okay? They dig through your pockets and put all your stuff on the table, make you put all your stuff on the table. They look through your phone, or not like actually open like the digital part of the phone, but they'll look like the case to make sure there's nothing stashed in there, if you will. So they check pretty hard here. So if you're trying to plan to sneak into something in here, I probably wouldn't do it, okay? That's not advisable. I'm going to kick you off the property. It's going to be called 86, and you're not going to be allowed to come back, okay? So you don't want that. So don't do anything that might get you in trouble and bring anything in here that might get you in trouble, all right? They're going to make you check bags and stuff. So if you have like a small bag with some sunscreen, that's probably going to be okay. But any kind of big bag, they're going to make you check that. They won't let you bring that in. So I don't advise bringing bags. Sunscreen, hats, all that stuff is fine. It's super hot out here. It's hot out here today. You can see I'm sweating a little bit. But you're going to want to, bring that kind of stuff. That's okay. They're going to allow that. All right. Now, as far as getting into this place and getting a table, you're probably going to want to, consider all the different options. At one time, this place was like, they had Kygo, David Guetta. They lost both those artists this year, and the demand was really, really high. The demand's weaned off a little bit, and some of the minimums, okay? So the minimums aren't quite as bad as they used to be over here. The economy's not quite as strong as it was, so you're a pretty good table over here for a very reasonable price, especially compared to some of the other pools. So let's talk about all those different options, all right? Now, as far as the DJs go on Fridays and Sundays, you're going to see they picked up like Sophie Tucker, they picked up Vintage Culture, they picked up this guy Hugo. They still got the Dylan Francis, the Griffins of the world on Fridays and Sundays. And then, Saturdays, you're going to find your big hitters. That's going to be your chain smokers, your Diplo, your Marshmallow. Okay, that's pretty much their main three big guys this year, and they're pretty much here every weekend. So one of those guys are going to be here on a Saturday. Now, as far as the tables go, let's start with the different options. Let's go with the best and kind of work our way down from there. The lower bungalows are the ones in the middle, and those are, bungalow 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the ones with the shared pools in front of them, and those are really nice, okay? Those are arguably some of the best bungalows in all of Vegas. The only thing that I don't like about them is you don't have your own pool. You have to share it with the bungalow next door, but they're pretty big pools, so that's not too bad. They're very roomy. They have a lot of space. They have a daybed in front of them, and they also have a bathroom inside, which is money, okay? 20 to 25 people can fit in those, and you're going to find those going for like $30K, $25K, $20K on a Saturday, okay? On Fridays and Sundays, sometimes you can get them for anywhere from 5 to 7. But they're popular, and we've got enough juice in the tank to afford something like that, then I could definitely help you out. Okay, the lower bungalows are very awesome. Now, above those, you're going to find your upper bungalows. Same size, a little bit smaller daybed up there, but the bathrooms are still in there, but they don't have the pool in front of them. Okay, they don't have that plunge pool, which is kind of unfortunate. Those aren't that expensive, and they're pretty nice. They're in the center of the place. If you got like a self-contained group of, say, 20, 25 people, those are perfect for that. All right. Now, you got your cabanas to the right and the left of the bungalows. Okay, the lower cabanas are very nice. They got a daybed in front of them. They got a couch inside. I always like the vibe of the lower cabanas here. I've always found that they have a good vibe. For whatever reason, people just seem to, get along with their neighbors, and the party's really good. And for some reason, they've always been very, very good vibe in those lower cabanas. So those are some of my favorite in all of Vegas. And then, of course, you got the upper cabanas, which is a little less space. You got a smaller day bed, kind of like a half day bed, but the cabanas are the same size. But there's not as much action on the upper cabanas. They're not as expensive, but there's not as much action. Like for example, on a Friday, they probably won't even have the upper cabanas open. Okay, they just don't have enough volume these days on a Friday or Sunday to open the upper cabanas in many cases. All right. Now let's talk about the stuff in the water. Okay, you have a few options in the water. You got your dance floor water couches. Those are the two couches in the center closest to the DJ. I do like those. Those are definitely in the action. You'll find, a lot of people kind of button up against your section from the dance floor when the main DJ goes on. But if you like to be in the action, those dance floor water couches are money. Now, to the right and the left of those, you're going to see lily pads. Those are going to be your center lily pads. And those are good too. I like the couch a little bit better because you can sit on the couch comfortably, a few more people. The lily pads are kind of just more there to rest on, if you will. You're not really going to sit there all day because it's kind of uncomfortable. But the lily pads are a nice space in the center of the action as well. Now, if you go behind the lily pads across the pool, those are going to be your water couches, okay? Those are really good too. Those are pretty expensive, usually about the same price as the lower cabanas, but they're huge. You got a big area. You're standing in the pool in the waiting area, which is only about maybe knee deep, and then you got a nice big area in front of you and a nice big couch to stand on. I do like the water couches. Those are pretty popular. They do have umbrellas, so you have a little bit of sun coverage. Most of the tables here do have umbrellas as well, by the way, and of course the cabanas are covered as well. So you're going to want to have a little bit of coverage in the sun around here in the summer. So now you got your other lily pads. Those are going to be the other pools. There's 3 pools. There's the one in the main one in the middle, and then there's the one on the right and the left, and then there's some lily pads that kind of flank the pool, if you will, on the right and the left, and those are your regular lily pads. Those are nice too. Usually not that expensive. Today, Friday, got one for a $1K minimum, and the guys are really happy. Good location, and nice spot in the pool if you like to be in the water. One of the drawbacks of anything in the water, by the way, you can't order food if you're staying. You have a table in the water. Okay, for very obvious reasons, you're not going to want a bunch of French fries and crap floating around in the pool. Okay, so you just can't order food at any of the tables in the water. Now, if you get onto the pool deck. Kind of your best tables on the pool deck are going to be your dance floor tables. Those are to the right and the left of the DJ. Okay, you're going to have a couple sections there called the dance floor sections. Those are money. You're right there by the DJ. You're basically looking straight up at the DJ, and you got the dance floor action right in front of you. Okay. Now behind the DJ, there are some tables called the stage tables, if you will, or inside the old surrender space. They actually have some tables in there, and if you want one of those, I can request those. They kind of have like small and large tables back there. If you want to be in the shade and the air conditioning, those are pretty good in the middle of summer when it's super hot. You actually might want to be there behind the DJ. So I can get one of those as well if you'd like. Now, the other pool deck tables that I like are the center L couches. Those are going to be the ones in the center right in front of the gaming area. And those are L couches. They're going to be in the action. You got a nice view of the DJ right there. And then, of course, right behind them are the gaming couches. Those are going to be in the gaming pavilion. There's going to be a row of couches against the railing, and then one on the right and the left. And if you like to gamble, okay, you got craps in there, you got blackjack, and you're going to be in the shade, which is kind of nice. And it is kind of air conditioned back in that area. It's not as hot. So the gaming tables are money in the summer. All right. Now, the rest of the pool deck, you're going to find your just regular L couches to the right and the left of the center L couches. Still good tables. They're pretty roomy. Had a nice big area to sit and, in the action. And then right next to those, you're going to find your day beds. Okay, your day beds are going to be to the right and the left, kind of in front of the lower cabanas. And the day beds are big, some of the biggest in Vegas. And a lot of girls really like those day beds. I actually really like them too. They're nice. They got so much space, and you got like a safe there and everything. Got a nice area to hang out throughout the day. I've actually had a lot of couples book those day beds over the years, and they really like them because they're so roomy. Okay, and then in front of the day beds and kind of scattered throughout the pool deck, you're going to find what's called your beach couches. All right. Now, the beach couches are perfect for anywhere from 6 to 10 people max on those. They're just a couch on the pool deck, but they're in pretty good locations. Okay. So you're going to find the beach couches. Some are a little bit more prime than the others. There's some over by the bar I like. There's some closer to the pool I like. Generally, if you want to request a specific table, like a specific beach couch, I just include a tip in the agreement, and I just tip the podium, let them know ahead of time, and we'll get those tables. Okay, so if you want specific tables, we can get those on the beach couches. If say your budget only allows you to get a beach couch, but you want a specific one because of the location, I can make that happen. All right. And then you also have an area behind the beach couches, where they used to be called Andrea's Patio. Now the restaurant is it's a Mexican restaurant. It's actually really good. I can't think of the name right off the top of my head, but there's a restaurant there. But that used to open up to a place called Andrea's Patio. It's no longer a patio for the restaurant. It's actually just called the patio section of Encore Beach Club. And there's some beach couches up in there. They're called Patio Couches. And then there's ones that are in the front row that I'd recommend tipping for, the front row patio couches. I really do like those. They're very reasonably priced, usually anywhere from $1K to $1,500, and you can get front row. And you're in the shade part of the day, and you can see the DJ from there now. Those are good tables for the money. Okay, real good value in my opinion. There are some that are toward the back corner. One good advantage about those toward the back corner, there is air conditioning that comes out of that service door for the service staff, and half those tables actually kind of feel the air conditioning throughout the day. So when it's 120 out here and you can feel the air conditioning, actually pretty good. All right, even though they're back in the corner, they actually have that air conditioning factor in there, so that's definitely something you might want to consider. So that is all pretty much the table options that we have at Encore Beach Club. So if you guys are looking to come out here and get a table, make sure you hit me up. My cell phone is 773-459-8133. We do have different packages. I set up one of those today where we had like a limo pick the guys up at the Cosmopolitan, brought them over here. They're going to do Encore Beach Club, going to do some limo dinner with us, and then also going to do excess here later in the night, kind of like a 24-hour package. We have those. We can also combine this place with like a morning ATV ride, or you want to do Top Golf or some kind of shooting expedition, come over here for the afternoon. We can always do that as well in one of our different packages. So make sure you hit me up. Help you plan your trip. Make sure you guys have an amazing weekend, you guys or ladies. And make sure you like this video if you like the content. Just take me a lot of time to put these videos together, and I would appreciate a like on the video. And do subscribe to this channel for more, and bang that notifications bell. I'm Brian Pfeiffer, signing out here from Encore Beach Club. I'm looking forward to setting up your Las Vegas trip. Let's talk soon. Goodbye.